Hey guys, we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 4. We're going to start with verse 20. It says, My son, attend to my words, incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm telling you. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. I'm trying to give you some advice. Solomon's telling him, says, listen, I'm trying to give you some advice, so please listen. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. When we look at Bible characters, and it's almost like they have to look back, and it's true in my own life too sometimes. And I could see some things that I was learning while I was in the midst of it, but to actually realize that I would be able to look back on my life and be able to tell people, look, this is something you need to look out for. So Solomon's doing that too. Solomon, is trying to look back and say, listen, this is a mess right here. Because Solomon had given up his heart to foreign, queens and women and their gods and all of that. It was just a big mess with Solomon. But anyway, so verse 23 says, keep thy heart with all diligence. He's warning. He said, keep thy heart. Watch what's going on inside of here. The Bible also teaches us that the heart, don't follow your heart. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do. Great saying, but don't follow your heart. All right? Because your heart is deceitful. It's wicked, deceitfully wicked. And we need to be following the Word of God, following what God would have for our lives. Because a lot of times our hearts are going to lead us astray. But keep thy heart. What is it that you are drawn to? What are the things that you about Jesus that draw you to Him? Keeping that heart right, not feeding yourself with things that destroy you, but feeding yourself. And I'm talking about spiritually too. Most importantly, spiritually is what I'm talking about. Is don't feed yourself with things that are destroying your heart. Don't allow your heart to be drawn away from God because it's pursuing something else. Pursue God, to seek righteousness, and all these other things shall be added unto you. And so it's very, very clear. He's like, look, man, guard that heart. That heart, it will mess you up. You'll think you're doing the right thing because you're following this little thing in here, and that, in your emotions, you're following what God, you're following what the world would have for you instead of what God would have for you. And it will, listen, your heart will draw you away from God if you're not careful. So what you have to do is you have to feed yourself with the things of the Word of God. You have to, walk in His presence, speak in His presence, pray in His presence, all of these things, and keep feeding that into yourselves so that your heart is not drawing you away from God, but instead your heart's pulling you towards God. And you do that by spending time in His Word, spending time with Him in devotion and all of those things. Keep thy heart with all diligence. Guard it. It's like men standing beside, even men standing beside a cell of some sort with a high, ranking prisoner in there. And by high ranking, I mean it's a well-known prisoner in there. And these guys are, decked out to the hilts with guns and all types of equipment. That's how you should guard your heart. You should be diligent about it. Don't let things into your heart that can hurt you, harm you, or move you in the wrong direction in any way. Guard your heart, for such is what the issues of life come out of. It is important that your heart is good, because otherwise nothing else will be good. Love you guys. Bye-bye.